Well, uh, yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? And when I say it's been a while, I mean it really has been a while since I've done any of this, like, properly. So, if my video making skills or my presentation seems a little bit off, then you're more than welcome to call me out on it. But, yes, hello again, everybody. It's me, Sammy, otherwise known as Skull140. How are all of you doing? Are you well? That's good. And if you are doing well, or if anything else is going on, leave a comment below because I want to know how you're doing. I won't tell you where I've been, mainly because if you follow me on different forms of social media, then chances are you know what I get up to. I don't really have a lot to say except for the fact that I'm kind of back, although I never really left. But I figured, you know what, I might as well just come out of whatever absence, hiding, whatever you can call me not being active on here, just to really come out of here and just make a video, because my god, it's been a while, hasn't it? It really has been a while, and it's boiling hot, as you can already tell by how humid everything appears. In case you aren't aware, or if you're watching this video far in the future, it's the summer, and I hate it. I'm not a summer person, so hence why I tend to just hibernate until it gets to around autumn. But anyway, yes, enough stalling, enough rambling, enough talking the shit. Yes, I am back today to do a response video, because I don't get that many chances to do these, and it's normally around a particular time of the year that I really feel the motivation to get my stuff out, get the camera out, and then just talk nonsense, which I think at this point is what we're all accustomed to. So today, I am doing a response video, or more or less a chain of what there is that's already been made by previous people, because keeping an eye on where we are right now, it is June, but it will soon be July, and when July kind of gradually comes to an end, what's going to happen at the end of July? TFNation 2026, and it's going to be fun. I'm going, several other people are going, I hope you're going too, because that'll be fun. So I figured I might as well just hop on the hype train question choo-choo thingamajig that he's kind of doing, because I want to see a lot more people kind of chime into this. I've only seen a few responses, but I just finished watching TFNolzy's video in regards to all of this, and I figured, you know what, I might as well just throw my name into the bucket and see if it makes any difference. So he's provided a series of questions, and I'm going to try my very best to answer them, because these are always fun to do videos about, because when TFNation, a yearly event where anyone who's a Transformers fan wants to go and have a good time and experience the good occasion of buying transformed plastic robots, talking to really like-minded, beautiful people, and just being in a big crowded room where everyone's hot and sticky, then that, I think, is probably the good time to really actually get that excitement going. So, with all that being said, let's get to the questions, and I will try and provide the answers as we go along. So, start from the bottom, work all the way. Start from the top, work all the way to the bottom, and we'll see how everything goes from there. So, let's see. Question number one. I got my phone in front of me in case you're wondering what I'm looking at. Question number one. What's the best way to welcome a new attendee into your group and make them feel comfortable? Well, so, Nolzy mentioned this, and I'm pretty sure some people have as well. The one thing that you'll notice, if you've been going to these things for quite a long period of time, you'll immediately, and this happens a lot during the day as well as the evenings, throughout the in the bar area, in the hotel bar area, where it's full of tables. The one thing that you will notice immediately is it's covered from layer to layer to layer to layer to layer, with loads of people just covered in transformed plastic robots. So many Transformers, all on the table, either on the table or on the floor, and they're either like around the person that is doing whatever, and they are always just having a good time. So the one thing I would say to anyone who's new going to all of this, and you're wondering how to fit yourself into that group, or you want to know what the best way is to break the ice and introduce yourself, really, the best thing I would suggest, and I'm kind of parroting what's already been said, if you have any toys of your own, or you bought any toys of your own, or, and this is another thing, or if you see anyone who's at the table who's got something interesting that catches your eye, you can always go up to them and ask, hey, that's a really cool toy, can I have a look at that? And usually they'll either say, yeah, sure, no problem, and or they'll say, no, it's off limits. So there's that. But that I found is always the best way to really break the ice and make new friends in a convention like this. Because the one thing that you will notice about TFNation is that it's a very socially acceptable group. We all come from different walks of life, regardless, and everyone is very accepting of whatever you've got to bring to the social equation. So I think in that sense, if you have any toys, or you're just looking to really just meet new people, then don't be afraid to just ask, hey, that's a really cool toy you've got. Mind if I join you? And we can easily just talk about the same thing, and that is always a good way to really get it going. And also as well, the one thing you'll notice throughout the weekend, mostly on the Saturday night after ClubCon is kind of done, is around late into the night is when everyone is swarming around the bar. In particular, the Transformers the Show guys. You'll be able to spot them quite easily. They've got on T-shirts, and they've always got a large group of people. Oh, sorry, that's me. They've always got a large group of people just gathered around and just talking about anything, and they're a pretty much fun bunch to really get to know. And also, if you've not checked out Transformers the Show, go watch their stuff. If you're interested in Transformers or anything related to Transformers, or you just want to get to know some really unique people, go watch Transformers the Show. Get a chance to meet them at the convention, because they're really quite nice. So there's that. But yeah, I mean, everyone is gathered from table to table, just playing with toys and just talking random shit. Me, I'm always around. I won't have that many toys for whatever reason or another. But the best way you'll be able to spot me is because I'm the guy that always has this. If you don't know what this is my sketchbook, and I will always be carrying it with me because I'm always bringing my art with me. So you'll be able to spot me when I got my head down working on this. And I don't have a problem if you want to come and bother me for whatever reason, and I take a break away from what I'm doing in that, because I don't really have that many toys, or I won't have that many toys on display. But if I will, then I'll probably be playing with them and whatnot. But you'll be able to spot me with the sketchbook. And aside from that, yeah, everyone at the convention is really friendly. If anyone's playing with toys and you're looking to make new friends, and if you've got toys of your own that you want to play with, then really all you have to do is just go up, ask if can I have a look at what you got, and then yeah, and they'll be very easy going. There's very rarely any bad mojo going on at these things, so you've really got nothing to worry about. What else? So yeah, that's question number one. Question number two. If someone is coming to TFNation for the first time, how would you advise them to spend their day and get the best experience? Okay, so this is a big question, and I think this is kind of necessary for any newbie who is coming along, because this is, I mean, if you want a better understanding of how these things go, you can always go watch Tony Thrussell, Soundwave SG1's videos, where he's talking about first-time attendees and what to do, what not to do, the do's and the don'ts, and everything else. So I probably might end up repeating what he said, but I'll try to sprinkle it in with some different answers to this question. So in regards to that, so the best way I would suggest, if you want to get the best experience out of this convention, is to go slowly with it. That's the thing you need to really understand, is go slowly with it. If you're there for the 4 days, or if you're there for the whole weekend from Friday to Sunday, keep in mind that the days are very short, and if you are going through the convention and you are speeding through it quite quickly, then it will be gone in a matter of minutes. So I would suggest, and I'll expand on this, take your experience and your time with the convention and go as slowly and evenly paced as possible. And I'll dwell onto this in a minute, but the one thing I just want to mention is if you are going slow with the convention and you are taking as much time as you can to really take in every Q&A panel, every event, and even just meeting other people, if you plan it slowly, then you'll have a good time. Because unfortunately, you will not be able to do everything that the timetable, everything that's on the timetable, because there's so much going on, and there always is. You have to make sure that you are planning out carefully, and that you are making sure that you are not burning yourself out to the point where you are missing too much, but not missing enough. You have to make sure that this convention is, if you're a first-time attendee, you want to make sure that you're having a really good experience, meeting the guests, buying the toys, of course, but just really making sure that you take everything as slowly as possible and that you are having a good time. Also, in regards to this question as well, the best way to really get the best experience out of that. Okay, so if you're a first-time attendee and you are on your feet all day, because you will be on your feet all day, and you are burned out and you're tired and you want to you want to just chill out, there are plenty of places to do that. You can either go back up to your room, chill out there, go have a rest, recuperate, and whatever it is you got to do, or I think there's a lounge area you can go to where people are just gathering around and just relaxing, just getting away from all the chaos that the convention will inevitably create, that you can just gather your energy and really just feel refreshed a little bit. Because keep in mind, this convention will wear you down if you spend too much time just moving around and just chugging along. So, if any of those, if you've done any of those, you can always just retreat back to the bar, get a drink, have a good, just unwind. Find any table and just plop yourself down and just, as I said before, gather your energy and just relax and make sure that you are not burning yourself out. Because the one thing that you don't want to do during any of this is to burn yourself out and make it feel like you're not enjoying yourself, because you will be running off your feet just making sure that you're able to do everything, and that's going to be very impossible to do. So just go slow with it, have a good time. And if you're feeling burned out and exhausted, then just go back to any of the places I just mentioned and retreat. And when you are feeling refreshed, for maybe 10 minutes, then you can come back. And then everything will be like as it normally was. Also as well, and I think by now we're all used to this whenever these videos come along. If you want to get the best experience, you want to make sure that you are having a good time. There will be volunteers, and you'll be able to spot them in the bright T-shirts. If anything's bothering you, and if you are feeling uncomfortable, or there's something happening that you really don't know how to really handle on your own, go talk to them. They will always be there to help. That's what they're there for. They are lovely people. They are there for a reason, and I guarantee you that the help that whatever you want to ask them and whatever help they can provide, they will provide that 100%. They never go halfway with the help they provide. They always go 100%. Also as well, just make sure that and this is one thing I want to mention as well. I'll get onto this in a minute. But the one thing I want to mention is the best. Okay, so going back onto the first thing I mentioned, taking it slow, that includes your money. That includes your money, because make sure that you have enough money for everything that you've got, for toys, for food, for drink, and make sure that it lasts. Because don't rely on the hotel cash machine for everything, because I'm pretty certain that everyone will be running towards that, and also it charges as well. So I would advise strongly against that. But yeah, but make sure you got enough money, and make sure that you spend it slowly. Spend it responsibly, for one thing. Spend it responsibly, and make sure that you are frugal with what you buy. So if there's a toy you want to buy, or you want to buy some of the art from the Forge, or you want to buy anything, really, just make sure that you've got enough money on hand to get you through the entire weekend. Because if you're not careful, and if you're not responsible with the money that you've got, that money will be gone probably by Saturday, and that's never a good thing. You've been looking forward to this entire experience for quite a while, and if you're a first timer, then you have to make sure that you've got enough money for literally everything. Don't spend it all in one go. Don't rely too much on the cash machines, and just be responsible with it. Be responsible, and make sure that you are just being as tightly controlled with your money as you can. Nothing is worse than going to any of these conventions and making sure you're spending all your money, and it's all gone. That happens to too many people, especially if you're a first timer. If you're a convention goer and you wanna experience the full convention, it's impossible to buy everything. But just go to the tables that has actually got something there that you can afford, and that's reasonable and that's good. So yeah, and what I mentioned quickly, and I'm pretty sure this is not even worth bringing up because everybody does this. First timer, if you're a first timer, hydrate, number 1, shower, number 2, and make sure that if you're booked for the breakfast, make sure you got a big breakfast as well. Make sure you have a big breakfast because you're going to be on your feet a lot, and make sure that you've eaten plenty, and make sure you've also got enough food as well for whatever you do during the day. But get a big breakfast, and make sure that it's got everything there so that you are energized and you're ready to go. But going back onto what I was saying, yeah, for Christ's sake, hydrate and shower because this is a very hot time of the year, and in a building like the Hilton and in the dealers' rooms, you're going to encounter a lot of people that are probably sweating, like yours truly. Nothing is worse than being around somebody that smells, and you're not going to want to be around anybody if they smell. So make sure that you hydrate, and make sure that you shower. Make sure that you're clean. That's important. Be clean. Number 1 priority of these things is always be clean. So yeah, do all those things, and everything will be fine. But the most important thing: hydrate. Have plenty of bottled water. Make sure you've got lots of liquid. And because again, just making sure of this, you want to make sure that you are hydrated throughout all this, because aside from being on your feet, you'll be burned out, you'll be exhausted, and your throat will probably be dry, and etc. So yeah, hydrate, shower, eat plenty, eat responsibly, spend responsibly. Any problems, go talk to the volunteers. They will always help you out. They are lovely people. Take my word for that. What else? Let's see. Question 3. If a new attendee tells you they are not sure when they can approach a guest, how would you advise that? Okay. So, I would suggest, right, so keep in mind, any convention, any of these things going on, there's going to be a lot of guests, from the voice actors to the writers or the artists or whatever of these things that are currently there. The one thing you probably might notice is if they are on their own and they are just having their lunch or whatever, or they're just having a drink, then leave them alone. That's all I'm just going to say. Just leave them alone and give them their privacy, because they are there not just to meet the fans and not there just to be a part of the convention going experience, but they are there to work as well. They are there meeting everyone and doing whatever is lined up for the event that is currently going on at the convention itself. At the end of the day, they are people. They are just like you and me, and they are entitled to their privacy as much as anybody else is. So if you see them on their own, don't bother them. Leave them alone. Let them get on with what they're doing. Just let them be. That's all I'm going to say. And also, don't follow them around, because they can probably notice that quite easily. And if you're a first-time attendee, the one thing you don't ever want to do is follow a guest around and be kind of a nuisance, because that's the kind of thing that will put them off of coming back. So I mean, also as well, if they are surrounded by people later in the evening, if they are there, if they're surrounded by a bunch of people in the evening and they are just having a good time, just talking, there's a good time to really get to speak to them. But I would strongly suggest not to get too starstruck by everything they do. I know how that feels. Having been going to these things for many years, I know I can easily get swept up in the whole starstruck feeling when you're meeting somebody for the first time and they're part of a thing that you love, and you don't know how to be presentable to them, and it's very easy to fall into that trap of awkwardness. So yeah, I would strongly suggest, if they're on their own, if they're just having lunch or whatever, leave them be. That's all I'm going to say. Leave them be. Leave them be. And when they're at their tables, then you can get a chance to meet them. And also as well, I would suggest, and I'm pretty sure somebody else may have mentioned this in another video, but if you want to approach a guest, don't present their whole fucking IMDb page or Wikipedia page of everything they've done, because that is exhausting, because they can't sign everything you give them. Only present them with a few of the things that are important to you, and share that with them. If they can get to sign that, then that's a good way to really do it. Keep whatever you've got that you have handy with you to sign as pared down to maybe 3 or 4 things, and nothing beyond that. Keep it small. Keep it simple. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, I hope that answers that question. Question number 4: what type of new guests would you like to meet at a future TFNation? Well, there's a lot around this, because there are just too many people. There are too many people involved in this franchise to really meet. So I've got a couple of names, and they're a little bit out of the ordinary, because I know that everybody really wants to meet Peter Cullen and Frank Welker, and I am guilty of that as well. I want to meet Peter Cullen and Frank Welker as well, for different reasons. But just as something different, who would I like to see at TFNation? Okay, I'm going to mention some names: Jason Marnocha and Frank Todaro. And if you don't know who any of those two are, if you've watched, okay, yeah, they are kind of reviled for different reasons, but if you've ever watched the Machinima series or the Netflix War for Cybertron series, as flawed as they are, but okay, Jason Marnocha plays Megatron, and Frank Todaro plays Starscream, and they are both two of the most talented voice actors of this generation to play those characters. Say whatever you want about the Machinima shows, and say whatever you want about how flawed the Netflix War for Cybertron cartoons are, but I enjoyed those two voice actors for what they did. And aside from that, I've got to know Frank Todaro for years after working in fan dubs from his days working at the TF Cog things. And Jason Marnocha is such a lovely voice actor anyway, so so those two, I'd love to see those two be future guests. Who else? Robert Buckley. And if you don't know who Robert Buckley is, Beast Wars, Reboot, War Planets, he's the guy who did the music for those shows. And it's weird how, as this franchise has grown, and the popularity of it has grown quite large, you very rarely ever see anyone talk about Robert Buckley or the music he did for those, for both Beast Wars and Beast Machines. He's a very underrated composer. I would love to actually see him be a guest at the convention. Who else? Bob Forward. Bob Forward, I'd love to meet. Bob Forward is an amazing writer from Beast Wars and from any other cartoon that you might have watched from the from things like Brave Star. or anything from the 90s when he was working in that. So he's another one. Who else? I would love to see the Skybound guys. Daniel Warren Johnson and George Corona. Both of those guys I would love to meet. Daniel Warren Johnson, I can't sing my praises enough for someone like Daniel Warren Johnson to even begin to tell you how much of a great artist and writer he has been for Skybound. The same goes for George Corona, because George Corona's work is amazing. His comic art is fantastic, and I put him right up there next to the likes of Derek Yaniger. So yeah. Those are the people I'd like to meet. Who else? Who else I'd like to meet? And this video is kind of going a little bit too long, but who else would I like to meet? Probably Jim Burns. If you know who Jim Burns is, he was the voice of Inferno in Beast Wars, and he was also Joe Dawson from the Highlander series. So he'd be good. He'd be a good guest. And finally, yeah. So that's so there's that question answered. And finally, question number 5: what are you most looking forward to at the convention itself? What am I looking forward to? TFNation 2026. Well, okay. Most easiest answer in the world, because, okay, I'm looking at the guests right now. We have a plethora of guests. We've got Andrew Wildman, we've got Darren Norris, we've got James Alexander, we've got Nick Roche, we've got Simon Furman and everybody else, and Scott Brownlee. And also, I'm looking forward to meeting Darren Norris, because he was involved in this. Cowboy Bebop, the movie. He plays a character, he's actually not on the box, but he plays Vincent Villaju. If you've ever watched Cowboy Bebop the movie, he plays Vincent Villaju, and I know that a lot of people know him best as Cosmo and Timmy's dad from The Fairly Odd Parents, and he was also Spotswood from Coming to America. Team America World Police. People know him best from that, but I like him best as Vincent Villaju. And also as well, can't forget Knockout from Transformers Prime. So I'm looking forward to meeting him, but easily the most default answer to this question, and it's the one I think everybody else is looking forward to, is the concert by Vince DiCola, the composer of Rocky IV and the '86 Transformers movie. That's the biggest highlight right there, because I've wanted to see Vince DiCola perform in a legitimate concert, and this is the closest we're going to get to that. And also, just to get a chance to actually meet him and thank him for the music he's made over the years, because without going too much into it, his music lifted me up when I was in a really shitty place in my life, in several shitty places in my life. So to meet him and to thank him for everything that he's done is huge must. And aside from that, what I'm looking forward to the most is just meeting everybody else, just having a good time, seeing everybody else, and just seeing how everyone's doing. I mean, this whole thing comes along like maybe once a year. It's like Christmas or your birthday, and you only get to meet a select handful of people during that year. So that's what I'm looking forward to the most. So. Yeah, there's a lot going on, and I'm looking forward to everything. I might not be able to do everything, but the one thing that I will try to do is to make sure I get to meet and enjoy the music of Vince DiCola and the personality of Vince DiCola, because the guy's a legend in his own right, and he deserves that. He deserves that status. So yeah, without dragging this on too long, those are my answers for the questions for this hype train video for TFNation 2026. Choo. I want to see everybody else who's going to TFNation do a response, because I've not seen that much hype, and this is the hype. This year is going to be a really big convention and a really fun convention, and if you're going there for the first time, you will get a lot out of it, I guarantee you, and it's worth experiencing that. Also, on a side note as well, because we will be leading up to that, TF Knowlesy has invited me to be involved on one of his live streams towards the end of July, so that's something to look forward to, and if you're subscribed to him, then you'll be able to watch that video as well. But yeah, I'm kind of dragging this on a little bit too long, So those are my answers for the questions. That's it for me. I hope everybody has a really good day, and I hope to see you all at TFNation 2026. So until the next video, until I feel inclined to get on camera and make one of these, see you all soon, take care of yourselves, and bye-bye.